It's crazy. What is this? Go1 is Grand Finals. We'll watch. I don't know. I guess we should get into it, huh? How would I recommend training without online? I'm building my community right now. I'm building Street Fighter V in North Carolina so that people can do that. But otherwise, you have training mode. You have videos on YouTube that you can do what I'm doing. You can dissect and not necessarily dissect, but deduce, extract is the word I'm looking for. Understand why they're doing what they're doing, and if you don't understand it, go into training mode and duplicate it, and then find out how it works, and if it is really working. Sometimes they're not real, you know. So you can figure that out without the use of online, unless you mean online you don't have internet connection. You have like a telephone pole, and that's your access to the outside world. Online is good in some ways, but online fighting games are trash. They're trash, but they're a blessing. 2-8 at the start of the round. That's how SonicFox is getting this party started. And I'm kind of curious about that. Oh, he did more than 2-8 as well. All right, am I gonna take you guys' advice and upload this to YouTube? I'm not sure. I think I just can't monetize it if I upload it to YouTube. That's still fine. But I do want to monetize it, but I probably shouldn't. Whatever. Let's keep going. I want to listen to music. We'll go with that. So what I want to see is if SonicFox did that 2H, if he also called the assist, and how would the assist play a role in this actually hitting? No, he did a raw 2H, nothing else. But maybe he would have called an assist had that 2H have whiffed. It just seems like an overall aggressive start. Not really that technical. He just hit that crazy 2H. Ah, he vanished, puts himself in the corner. Oh, that's cool. He puts himself in the corner. This could turn out bad, right? He does 2H. This is something that Go1 could reflect here. He could DP here. But in this beginning phase, very big match, first to 10, and with the Japanese philosophy in mind that we talked about, Go1 is just gonna look and see how SonicFox behaves, and that could also explain another reason why Go1 is not inclined to reflect, because he's confident in his blocking. So why risk it if you know you can be safe on the other side, or if you have confidence in the other side? So what happens here? He vanishes himself into the corner, which is not a good idea. But with the advantage that he has, and knowing what we know, Goku Black's auto combo already chases your backdash. So if he auto combos here and Go1 backdashes, he's still going to be able to do what he's about to do next, which is call the android and get the IED off of it to switch sides again, to then put his opponent back into the corner. See? Now he's back into the corner. I'm surprised Go1 didn't block this. But he had some options in between here. When that vanish was blocked in the corner, he was -2, but Go1 can DP from there. And if he had an assist, he could DP an assist, which I'm not sure why you wouldn't do that. Why? Oh, he can't. He cannot do that, right? No, he can do that. Right here? Why couldn't he call Cell right here? I think he could. Yeah, he definitely could have done DP and the Cell assist. Yeah, why not? Why wouldn't you do that? And then Vegeta would have recovered earlier. To me, it seems like DP into assist is so crazy, and he has him in the corner anyways. So why not go for it? Kazunoko said Go1 would win 10-3. Glad he was wrong. 10-4. Many bigs. Speaking of ignorance to the games that he plays here, but I always had the impression that SonicFox was more about crazy reads than technical play. That's what you see. That's what gets clipped. What doesn't get clipped is SonicFox blocking for a couple reasons that I can imagine. But when SonicFox does something that's technical or sort of rascally or impressive in terms of how wild it is, that's what's going to get attention. SonicFox is a range of things. He's more than just like, people think his defense isn't good, but his defense is better than average. But that's not what is being put out there. I wish I knew more about his Injustice background, but if from what I hear is correct, it's more about reads. But that could be a product of the game itself as well. My inflections were weird on that sentence. Gotta wonder if SonicFox would have won if he didn't show Go1 his tech in this game. I think a percentage would have been higher, but it's not. I don't think it's ever going to be 100% that SonicFox is going to beat Go1. But like I always say, I want to see Go1 get his clock clean now. I'm about to start playing this game and show him what top 8 Street Fighter Cross Tekken looks like. My one Evo medal. Mid-air DPs in response to raw tags and super dashes is so tight. I'm telling you, it makes me want to play. It makes me want to play Vegeta, because super dashes, they're vulnerable if it's an air-to-air. They're vulnerable, but it's difficult to do it. But if you have an invincible move, you combine it with the vanish. If you combine the Eagle's Claw with the snake fist with the Eagle's Claw. I need to find that clip. Maybe that can be my. Oh man, maybe that can be my. How do you say? Like how Spooky plays Ricky O. What's it called? Jackie Chan. Snake in the Eagle Shadow. There was a part 2. Oh man, I'm gonna write that down. I'm gonna put this in my off-camera notes. If I combine the Eagle's Claw with the Snake Fist, and then he looks at his hands like, oh, never thought of that. And then it cuts to a scene, and he's like practicing. Jackie Chan movies were dope. Those were my joint. Vegeta is the only one that can stuff super dashes like that in the air, meterless. Like, well, invincible, yeah. As far as I can see, invincible. I'm curious about that move for Android 16. If he can do it in the air. I don't think he can. The air grab in the air? No. There are actually more people like than Vegeta, but meterless. Yeah, you're right, meterless. I think Cell can do it without using meter. Boo? I don't know. I think there's other people who can do it meterless, but Vegeta might do it the best if it is frame 1 for the light. What's it called? Height. I still have this sticky note on the TV for Vegeta's DP. I still don't remember that damn move's name. Crushing knee kick. Snake in the Monkey Shadow. It is actually. I wrote it down. I forgot. Snake in the Eagle Shadow. It's some name with animals and shadow something. Snake in the Monkey Shadow. That probably is a different movie. That probably is something else. The sequel. Oh boy, what's going on in this match? I might go back to the beginning. But I think from here I know what's going on from memory. This is where everyone is excited. Like, wow, SonicFox is really gonna push his push his. How do you say? Forget that phrase. As much as I like saying push his shit in. Oh, that was good. Super dash. Change the subject. Wow. Alright, Go1 is being very defensive early on in this set. And SonicFox, it's almost like he's forcing SonicFox to overextend himself, because Go1 knows the answers to that. Most people get hit by it and then they're eliminated from the tournament. Go1 knows to jump, super dash, IAD has some good timings. So it could be two things. It could be a grand scheme of Go1 to get hit by it early on, so that later he leaves himself vulnerable, or to not mind getting hit by it, like concede to not even trying to react to it. Or Occam's razor, he's getting hit by it. Maybe he's getting outplayed by it. That's fine too. What's going on? The man within. Good morning, everybody. Raging Machine, what's up? I like Mochi neutral too. Man, I wish I could have gone to final round because I really want to test the 30th anniversary for Street Fighter 3. Sado Strike. Man, look at that corner. Look at that corner carry. He is in the corner. Where did they start from? MXC Impact Replay. Where did this combo begin? Wait, what? It started from the auto combo? I don't think Goichi knows how to deal with that. At least the way that we know how to deal with it, right? Jump back, super dash. Jump back and a super dash. Am I on the West Coast? No. I'll pretend like I am, just so the AM stands for morning, but it's really, we'll go with automatic this time. Oh boy, what? This happened during the thing? I don't remember this happening on stream, so this must have happened. Oh my god. When the wait. I didn't see this part. I don't think anybody did.
Why? That man to get him more extra in the bed. Tuck him in. Wrap that boy like a burrito. Dunk that man to get him more extra guac. Rage quit. I want extra guac.
Tasty Steve. Tasty Steve. He's not slowing down for anything.
Wow.
Goichi, you know what? I respect you, my man, but that you are getting your ass kicked. All right, we back up. Oh my goodness, we killed that momentum. Yo, that looked like a horror flick.
That was actually horrible. Did you see? It was like Jason chasing a white girl through the woods. Like, run.
I hate how Tasty Steve makes me laugh sometimes. It feels like a cheap laugh, but he gets me. But I don't think that was related to what happened. I don't know why that happened. Weird. Steve's delivery is too good. He didn't miss a beat. I'm sure while he's in the middle of the sentence, he sees how drastic, like, that's a big problem for there to be a pause in the beginning stages of a first attempt like this. But he kept going. He said rage quit like he was excited about it too. Make sure to analyze the IRL part 2. You know I got it. I'll pull up the MXC Impact Replay. Don't make me do it. Yeah, that sucks. Hits H. Doesn't do much at all. The air H, because it knocks him down on the ground. You don't get a full combo off of it. I'm beginning to think I'm more and more onto something, perhaps correct, about SonicFox playing Hit. I don't think Hit is not a bad character by far, but I think maybe it doesn't fit into SonicFox's team. Maybe. I think that's his passion character. That's a character that he plays because he likes the character. But I also think it's the weakest character for him on his team. And over time, Hit will get weaker. But over time, he might get stronger too. What I should say is that I think the way that he's generating offense with Hit will deteriorate over time, and he's gonna have to work harder with that character. MXC Impact Replay, right you are, Bloyer. If I ever get to where I have like an excessive amount of emotes and I can't think of anything, I'll probably do a Kenny Blankenship or maybe Vic Romano. I forget the other gentleman's name. Sonic wants to play Go1. I wouldn't be surprised, and that would probably fit in. Just slip in Gohan for Hit. He's gonna have to take a hit to his pride if he does that. Yo, tell me how Hit got hit when he got hit. Okay, we'll see what happens. Did he get hit? I don't think he got hit, but eventually Hit will get hit. There's a Twitch account that airs episodes. Really? I think everything is on YouTube as well. Sometimes I watch it when I can't think of anything else to watch. MXC's most extreme elimination challenge. Corner. Yeah, people were saying SonicFox's defense is bad or he's Pringles, but I disagree. I understand why you would say that, but his defense is fine. It reminds me of the development of your characters in Dragon Ball, how the first character on your team, whoever is up front, is usually your best character because you play them so often. And in the same regard, I think SonicFox is offense outclasses his defense because his offense is so good. He didn't have to defend as much, so he spends more time being offensive. But again, he's not bad at it by no stretch. Wow, hit died while I was explaining that one thing. So let's see what happens. And this time I'll try my best to not spend 30 minutes analyzing how hit got hit and died. And maybe Go1 will help make that job easier. Assuming, yep, oh, look, it's the old adult block string. Oh, a super dash. Vanish. Converts. Oh, wow. He's in the corner already. SonicFox tried to parry there, and he got hit low. Does he have enough to kill here with a sparking blast? Nope. Oh, really? That's it? I'm surprised he got hit by that. I'm very surprised. This doesn't seem like it's that difficult to block. If I'm being honest, it looks tricky. I feel like you have a lot of time to see which side he's on. Let's see. You know, you can't see the character when he's up there. That's interesting. But you can also use some reasoning skills to understand where he's going to be at. Right? At this point, you can't really see him, but you can't see where you're at. But he's dashing, so maybe there's a way. Maybe I'll set this up. Maybe there's a way where he can stop his dash early and then do S and then be on the other side. But even with that, I feel like you can react. And he got hit low, so he was probably holding the wrong direction. I'm really curious to hear what the reaction was.
Oh, I'm in front, baby. I'm in front.
Yep. Did SonicFox block high? Maybe he was crouching while he got hit. He has a way to keep it on the same side. Not sure if it's character specific or what. I can see maybe it could be character specific, but it's probably when he times the S in the air, the down S. Reference? I don't understand the Pringles expression. What does it mean? I know it's a chip. So when I was a young lad, my assumption was that Pringles meant somebody who is overly offensive because of the phrase, once you pop, you can't stop. I thought that's what Pringles meant, but I was just guessing. I was totally wrong. And then I heard Justin Wong explain it on a YouTube video, and he was like, it's because you're broken easily like a Pringles chip. And I was like, come on, Justin, that ain't the real, whatever. But that's what it is. It means you break easily. And that's referring to your defense. Oh, Manny Big said the same thing. Yeah, that's what I thought. The reference sucks. I agree the reference sucks, but it's cool. That's what I thought. Once you pop, you don't stop. Yeah, it's referring to your defensive skills. Some things are better left undiscovered. Yeah, I heard Justin Wong explaining it, and it was disappointing. He's like, yeah, it's like a chip. The Pringles chip. I'm like, no, it's not. Even though I'm not from New York. I didn't know yikes at the time. One ply? Like wet tissue paper? Yeah, weak defense. But it's so cool that made its way into a Marvel game. Sometimes I just be like, I'll bring it up to you guys. Can you believe Deadpool quotes you? Like legitimately Deadpool quotes you. Deadpool? When Deadpool beats Magneto, it's crazy. When Deadpool beats Magneto in Marvel 3, he says something about like, where's your curly mustache at, or something like that. Him and Spooky have the same birthday. Yeah, Spooky, I think 38. He's 38 now. I want to say he looks younger than 38, but maybe that's me. What is it? Rose-tinted glasses. That's the expression. Because somebody else is older, it makes me want to say they're younger looking because I'm getting older. How hard is it to open a Pringles can? Probably not as hard as it is for me to say it. So right now it's looking pretty grim for Go1, especially with that play there. It's like, oh wow, oh SonicFox dropped the combo. That's a really big deal. He loses. So when you drop this combo off of this, there's so many things happen when you drop this combo as SonicFox. This could be such a momentum shift, right? This is a huge deal. Wow, he did it after a Dragon Rush. Wow, so he techs a Dragon Rush in the air? No, not in the air. Just he techs it. It was great defense. He's not Pringles, as we've been going over. And then as he's recovering, he immediately goes into it. Is that inescapable if you do an air Dragon Rush? I think you have to hit him. But in any case, this is really this means a lot. Hitting this and dropping this combo, and for many reasons, because SonicFox is 2 games up, and this is assuming that he wins this match, honestly. And Go1 is no game; he hasn't won anything yet, and he has Anchor Vegeta. If SonicFox wins this match, he has made a statement with this part here, and he's pulling further ahead in 3-0. So what he loses from not hitting this combo is he doesn't make efficient use of the meter that he has. He loses the corner position, and he loses the hard knockdown. And he's very close to dying. So he needed this in many ways to secure his lead. Wow. Eagle Spike? I'm pretty sure Go1 already knew what I was talking about the other day. Wow. Yep. Wow. It's a really big deal what happened there. It's hard to stop opening Pringles. Opening them, not eating them, but opening the Pringles. It's hard to close a chapter of Pringles. I think this is a good pace. I'll explain something and then look over the chat, and then look back, explain something, look over the chat. It's good. I just beat Mag fucking Nito. Really? He drops the F-bomb? Oh, it was freaking Nito. It had to be freaking Nito. I don't think he would. Drop that knowledge. Pringles taste kind of cheap. They're man, they're delicious, no doubt. But I feel like some food companies intentionally make their product addicting, like have an addictive quality, like salt. Does Yipes get his commentary material from snacks? He's in the back of Chinatown Fair with a can of Pringles eating. Man, these Pringles are salty like Sanford's forehead. Potato crack. Dash up Dragon Rush. Vegeta sucks. That's where I thought salt came from, because you're so heated, you're sweating a little bit, and sweat is salty, right? This is probably one of the, maybe not impressive, but most important things about Go1's play is his use of Vegeta. I've been telling y'all, I can't explain this to Marcus Miller. I love Marcus Miller. But I've been telling y'all, Vegeta is not a bad character with 2 assists on his side. His neutral might be better than Gohan's. I'm just saying that because, you know, without a lot of proof. But I think Vegeta with 2 assists is better than Gohan's neutral. But then again, Gohan with the Vegeta assist, his neutral is totally fine, I think. Especially Gohan and Vegeta and Cell. I take it back. Yeah, the assists do play an important part, but they're comparable at least. Without a lot of proof. I try to be fair. But I do think Vegeta with the point is, Vegeta with assists, his neutral is fine. That's what I should say. If you isolate the 2 characters, Gohan by himself and Vegeta by himself. Why did I say him or him? Both characters individually, their neutral isn't amazing, but I think Vegeta's neutral would be better than Gohan's. Maybe. Considering the DP in the air, the key blast that you can confirm off of in the air, they both can jail into Vanish. Although Gohan's would be better. I think beams are faster than consecutive energy blast. But then again, Go1 has the 2M, and that covers a lot of range. Point is, they're comparable, and Vegeta being used, not being afraid of using Vegeta is really the point I'm trying to make. Because when you do that, you allow Vegeta to take some damage, you allow your team to recover health, you can potentially hit them with Vegeta, and that's fine too. Hitting them is good. What's going on, Fuller FGC? Good morning, good afternoon, good day, however the case may be. Where's a cup for you, my friend? You know, I forgot something very important. Can y'all raise a cup for Manny Biggs for the sub earlier? Can y'all raise a cup for that gentleman? If you don't mind. Thank you for the sub. Once again. Hello. Much appreciated. I'm still getting the cylinders to fire off. That's really cool. That's really cool. I never noticed that about SonicFox's use of Vanish in the corner. Typically, I don't feel like this is the greatest use of it. But his intention is to use it to get out of the corner with that IED. So he puts his opponents back into the corner. Dive kick. That dive kick, I'm pretty sure does not have advantage. So this is an interesting clash here. So I'm pretty sure I've looked at this before. So okay, so there's a Dragon Rush. They break the Dragon Rush. SonicFox immediately dive kicks. Goichi immediately calls the Vegeta assist, and you can see right here. SonicFox also calls hit after the dive kick happens. But since Goichi called Vegeta after the Dragon Rush, that neutralizes hit. So hit is not contributing to making this have advantage, or even being a block string or whatnot. So this is where SonicFox would not have advantage against that assist. But since Vegeta neutralizes the assist, and I'm assuming this is correct, that the dive kick is negative, it's now Goichi's turn. Right? So he hits 5L, right? Is that what I saw? Yep, 5L. Really interesting exchange. And we can go even further back at that Dragon Rush. Why did the Dragon Rush happen? Oh, yeah. Off of a jump in. But that jump in happened. We can go back even further. So this is a successful combo by SonicFox. You know, the one of the combos that Goku Blaximus puts you in the corner with, basically. Oh, if he did an in-place recovery, he would have avoided the situation. But, you know, Goichi got the defense. Who got that good D? Who got that good D? I think I snapped my shoulder recently. So off of that 5L, what happens? How did Goichi get the hit off of this? Oh man, it's that's hilarious. Just go on things. Down H, legs, assist, and then you restart the whole process. Now at this point, oh, nice. Yeah, that was it. That's where the decision making happens. Like, this part looks impressive, right? You know, no Kami calls him adult block string for a reason. But he's not doing anything to you, except pushing you further and further out of the corner where he was. But the real thing happens here after the assist call. This is where the whole thing is reset. And that's where he was successful. And again, this is the point. That was the point where Goichi ran out of assist, because he used a Vegeta assist to neutralize the situation. And then he uses the Cell assist to extend his pressure. And then he grabs off of it. This was the limit. This was the limit of what Goichi could do here, in terms of not allowing his opponent to leave block stun. That was the last decision he could make without an assist. He would have had to do something like Beam Vanish to reset the cooldown of his assist. Alright, look at that. Look at this. Look. I want to point this out, because I've been talking about this. I've been talking about this big time on the stream. Look at where Gohan is at. He's in the 3rd position. He puts back in Vegeta. He could have put in Cell. he could have put in Cell. But he intentionally puts in Vegeta. Because Vegeta is not bad when you have 2 assists behind him. And by himself, he's not bad either. But he puts Gohan in the 3rd position, which is harder to access. So here's what could have happened. This is a good point to bring in also. If he did put in Cell, and the case happens where Cell dies, then Gohan is next in slot. So he's going to put in a character with not full health like Vegeta. So using Vegeta here is, I don't want to say genius, it's just appropriate. It's a logical thing to do, to put a higher health character who's going to kill some time off. Kill some time off the clock, potentially do some damage. It's a safe bet to do this. But Vegeta sucks, right? Wow, that was so cool. The way he navigated SonicFox's defense, which doesn't suck, by the way. SonicFox's defense does not suck. Right here. He backs off because of Android H's 2H. He suspected a 2H from Android H. SonicFox up-backed. He up-backed. There's no assist available on Goichi's side. So it's a very safe defensive play from Goichi. It's good. And this is also equally an offensive, safe thing for SonicFox to do. But what SonicFox what he does do, is he tries to hit this S while Goichi is landing so he can make an escape out of the corner. But Goichi does an Eagle Spike to try to defuse that jump back. Maybe he intends to actually hit him with this. But in any case, this happens. The S is whiff. SonicFox does have an assist available. He could do something, but he vanishes. Now this is hard. This is where it's kind of hard to calculate this vanish. This is probably what he was thinking about doing anyways. Yeah, he's probably thinking about doing this anyways, because if those rocket punches hit and Goichi reflects them, he still escapes the corner. He doesn't have the advantage there. If Goichi were to reflect it, which I didn't really see much of it during this match, he would have reflected him, but still be out of the corner. So that's not bad. That's probably what SonicFox was thinking in the first place. But Goichi has already landed from that Eagle Spike, whatever that move is called. But what SonicFox may have thought as a contingency plan is that maybe he's still in the air and he has to block my vanish. But he's already on the ground, as you can see. As you can see. Bada bing, bada boom. This is fundamental Dragon Ball stuff. 2Hing that. It's not exclusive to, you know, a character. I mean, that situation was generated by the Eagle Spike kick from Vegeta. And SonicFox was trying to escape the corner. So, Android H, that's right. Android H, adult block string. I'm really grateful for my chat. In the current stages of my streaming career, it's not just that I have a well-behaved chat or anything like that. It's that it's like valuable exchange of information. I appreciate that. Shoutouts to you fine gentlemen. And if there's any ladies, I appreciate you too. And all the above. Why do a lot of player whiff heavy while coming down before the super when they get a heavy knockdown? Oh, allow me to demonstrate. I'll take a brief moment to show you this. I've done this before, I think. You see, Vegeta is a good example. Sometimes it's out of habit, like it's out of habit for physical muscle memory. But there are characters like Vegeta that have a super in the air that you don't want to do. So if you want that super to hit in a way that's only going to OTG them, you want to ensure that you're doing it in the ground and not the air. I explained that like a teacher, I apologize. I was too professional. Blah, 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 blah. So let's say Vegeta, I have this final flash in the air, but I'm landing from something and I don't want to do that. So I'll whip a button so it won't come out. So I'll do this just before I land so I know I do it on the ground. So that's why I think most people will do that. Or some people could be doing it because they see other people do it. But this is a logical reason of why you want to do this button first, or any button. It doesn't have to be a heavy attack. Just something that keeps your character. It locks them out of being able to do the super until they hit the ground. Otherwise, this might happen, and I could potentially whiff the OTG if I time this too early. So it's being used as a timing device. Another way you might define it. Hope this helps. I had an idea today, like one of them shower thoughts, about setting up a Discord channel and also setting up matches for that for subscribers. I won't be whiffing hit Super 1 anymore. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Now you apply it to your old character. That's how you do it. But like I'll have a Discord channel and then separate subscribers by like whatever, Street Fighter 5 or DBFZ, maybe even Tekken, I don't, whatever. And then stream those matches and commentate and analyze for both players. So if it's 2 gold players on the East Coast, that kind of thing. 2 platinum players from the West Coast. Even overseas, if there's 2 people from Europe and they play each other. That's a really good idea. Oh, snap! SMP, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Alright, what'd I miss? Goichi is now 3 matches ahead. Wow. Or 3 matches, he's 1 match ahead, but he's won 3 matches in a row. Wow, if I told you at this moment that Goichi won 7 more games and SonicFox only won 2, you'd be like, get the fuck out of here, whatever. If there is some EU, I would subscribe for sure. Hey, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Talkie Sam. The problem is that there are so many things that have to line up to find someone to play with. That's true. Yeah, maybe we can't enforce it, and I wouldn't want to police or enforce rules anyways, but what we would have to do in that scenario, I don't think that advantage had advantage, by the way. Let me go back to that. What I would have to suggest is that if you're doing that, like first to 5 set versus a subscriber that we're watching on stream, just only have chat open, chat only. I don't think that had advantage, but maybe even SonicFox recognized that, or maybe he was just doing what he was gonna do anyways. I think I've seen him do this before. This vantage is high. It's high as a giraffe's balls. like my brother's co-workers or employees. This is a high vantage, so it does not have advantage on the way down. But I think SonicFox is doing what he's about to do anyways, regardless of how it happens, because he wants to get Goku Blackout. I dropped a Black album, then I back out. Best rapper alive. Ask about me, Jay-Z. So yeah, this was 2H'able. He could have 2H'd this and then snapped back in Goku Blaximus. But you gotta be looking for it. That is the name of the game. It's reactable, but is you ready for it? Oh, Goichi recognized that this was a high vanish. That's why it worked. See, he did a 5L here. I missed it. So if you vanish high like this, you don't have advantage. Goichi saw that it was a high vanish, and then he 5Ls. He hits his auto combo button. Now I still think he could have 2H'd here, but that's not where his mind is at. He's thinking, I have advantage. Here's my 5L. I'm gonna take my turn, and then SonicFox sneaks in a tag, which was otherwise unsafe, big time. Also, he's got the corner position. Corner position. Goichi is like, just jump up a little bit, call my assist, and give me some breathing room. Yeah, I'm really skeptical about hit these days. Whoa! What? What? Was that? Did that really hit on the other side? Or was that something he could... Did this Does this have cross-up protection is what I'm curious about. I don't know how I'm going to test this if I do choose to. And so, I'm impressed that Goichi blocked that. Yeah, notice how infrequently I've seen the in-place recovery. Usually it's up. Usually it's up, sometimes back, but in-place might be the less used. But I think it deals with IEDs well. Yeah, this thing right here, I've been seeing a lot of Cell players use it. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of it for this reason. We talked about this on stream before too. This is something you can do. So what the Cell could do in response is 2M, and then if you 2H it'll whiff, and then he can vanish off of it. Goichi can't even do that because he doesn't have any meter, and his assist is on cooldown. So you'd have to spend a meter just to back off, or get a very small reward off of the 2M, the air 2M perfect attack, I think it's called. So yeah, this is kind of a maybe a desperation play. Maybe not the best use of it. I'm not saying this is totally awful and that you won't see people get hit by it, but I don't think it's very powerful either. Sup, yo? What up, Savvy? After air to air, Goichi does whip 2H. Allows him to come down with another button. Super low to the ground. Yeah. How fitting was it that they went to grand finals with each other? It's like a plot. It's scripted, right? What about doing 2 and 4H after air dash though? I'm not sure of the situation. I would love to play DBFZ and GG with subs. That would be sick. I could do that, man. I can make a spreadsheet for subs. I'm gonna write this down. Make a spreadsheet for subs and have categories for their in-game rank. And I know in-game rank doesn't matter. It's not a true reflection of skill, but at least it does give a little more accurate variable in terms of skill level. It's not bad, is what I'm saying. Okay, so spreadsheet that ass and make a Discord. So what I'll do is I'll start inviting people to the Discord channel and have a subsection where you can say like your rank and what game you play and where you're from, and then eventually we can start having showcase matches, and then we can analyze them like as a group, and I'll pilot it. It's a good idea. I feel like that took off pretty quickly. Would it make the 2H whiff on the wrong side? Oh, you mean as far as that situation with Cells 2 and 4H? I don't think so. I'm kind of curious now. Hold on. We gotta do some live lab work. I'm really curious about this now. You know how you can super jump cancel your attacks and then you're able to move them around if you do it correctly? What's a good example? I don't have a good example off the top of my head. Oh, actually, Beers can do it. Right, so this move here, I can jump cancel it, right? And you see how here I can't move around? I can't move like as if I'm jumping, but if I jump cancel it, I can. It's really hard to do this. See? I'm moving around. I can float while I do this if I jump cancel it correctly. So I'm wondering if that same property will carry over to Cell with perfect, or whatever that move's called. Yeah, see how I'm moving around? So I wonder if I can do the same thing with this. Ah, I can, but but does it really do anything is the next question. And by that I mean, if they're in the corner, can I intentionally float over to the next side? Let's just see what happens by itself. I go behind them. I was on the other side, but I was facing the wrong direction. What? I can get behind them if I jump cancel it. That's pretty funny. But I can't attack them in the air. I can't attack them in the air because I'm facing the wrong direction. Oh, if I just do it in the air, it seems like I land in front. What? What? Oh, the H itself is what's keeping me on the other side. Huh. So the other thing to that is if you do 2M and then you vanish off of it, Some people do this and then that, which to me feels like a waste of meter. Unless you can punish the recovery of their 2H. Actually, we can do this. We can get a brief example, see what happens. He's facing the wrong way? Oh, he's facing the wrong way if I don't hit 2H. What? That's kind of goofy. Well, learn something new every day. So tired of the lack of crossplay because of Sony. That's that inside baseball type stuff. Don't know. I love the way Wizard explained it. Like his body language while he was talking about MVCI. Wow, double reflect. It was like, I just don't see the numbers. But I think the truth is, Mr. Wizard could have said anything that was logical and reasonable, and there still would be salt involved with the response. Because nobody likes that MVCI is the way that it is. And that's not even saying that it's a bad game or not a game that's not fun to play. I enjoyed learning that game, playing it for the most part. I think I never played it offline. I don't think I ever played it offline. Oh yeah, I did at TFC. Played it offline in tournament. But yeah. Just don't see the numbers. They had to fix Chun-Li's face. That bothers me. There's a gap between that. But it's dangerous to reflect. Wow, that caught the backdash. We've seen that before. You see that in the Vanish situation, and we've seen it. How much he travels for that auto combo hit does. Crossplay with Xbox One, so it only benefits micro. I feel bad for Xbox too. Isn't Xbox One like the MVCI of consoles? Man, I had an Xbox 360 just to play Cross Tekken and Street Fighter. I don't want to get into it. I do miss the days of CRTs and head-to-head caps. Even though I didn't have back in the day, it was not CRT caps, or it was not head-to-head caps. It was just like CRTs and that kind of thing. And then we downgraded to Xbox, and then we downgraded to PlayStation. PlayStation was never good in terms of the fighting games. Street Fighter 4, PlayStation was frowned upon. Street Fighter Cross Tekken, let's play Xbox 360 only, please. So Go1 is looking pretty good in terms of pulling ahead in the set, at least in this round. Level 2 versus level 2 Sparky. Wow. The suck-ass Vegeta character assist tagged him. Oh, so maybe this is what Ringe might be referring to. It's a different scenario. So I mean, it's hard to tell either way. But in this case, it's different from the results last time. Oh, look at that! He did a super jump backwards. So maybe that's the solution here. Maybe the knockdown is identical enough. But look at what he do here. We gotta look at it in times 10, times 0.10. He super jumps behind and then does this. I'm not convinced that this is a crazy mix-up, honestly. SonicFox got counter hit doing something. It looks like he accidentally grabbed. Maybe he meant to level. I don't know. I gotta look at the inputs. But he definitely got counter hit doing something, and it looked like a grab. Well, there it is. Super jump back. Will I teach Third Strike when 30th anniversary comes out? Bro, I just bought 500 business cards to hand out at the arcade locally here. And I'm going to hand them to people at tournaments. If you have one of my business cards, I'll give you a free lesson. Well, at least right now, the way it works at Stop Button is that the tournaments, if you go 0-2, I give you a free lesson the next tournament you go to for an hour. But that does include Third Strike, Street Fighter V, and DBFZ. And my first student We did an hour-long lesson, and he went 0-2 last tournament, and he went 2-2 this tournament. So it's really I like doing that so much more than I do competing and entering tournaments. I don't enter the tournaments. I just run them and I promote them and I work with the owners, and it's all good. I'm enjoying Street Fighter V much more with that type of role. All right, SonicFox is 1 match behind now. I'm starting to learn commentary tricks too, because what I meant to say Goichi just now, but I option selected it. I changed my sentence because of my mistake. Yeah. I wish there was a way to suggest things outside of the chat. What I might do is make the AM Thinking Cup available to comment on, so that anybody who has the link can comment on it. And depending if that gets to generate or not, that could be a good strategy. I'll do that now. Let's see. Anyone with the link can comment. Alright, we'll see how that goes. I actually forgot to put the link to the notes in the title, and I'm going to put it in the chat in a moment. And playlist too. So now, if there's any questions you want to suggest during the analysis, write it as a comment in that section, and I'll look at it. That's a good idea. Good idea, Mondays. Good idea, bad idea. Maybe I'll do the sub thing on Fridays. I'll try to target Fridays, but maybe do them anytime during, like, whenever people's schedules fit it. Good idea, Mondays. What's going on, everybody? Oh, the auto combo. I gotta teach Goichi the option select. The jump back super dash. You gotta block low, then jump back super dash. Not in the mood. Not in the mood. Just one key blast, vanish, nice 2H. See, people don't see that as defense. You know, this could be explained in some ways that may seem scrubby, but maybe not either. Look at what SonicFox does in this moment. He's almost like a madman dashing forward because he knows how powerful Android H's down H is. So that could have been his intention to begin with. He might have been just doing this and then anticipating this strategy from Goichi, and then like, I'm gonna just dash up and hit 2H, even though he doesn't have an assist behind it. That could be what he's looking for here. But if that's already what you're thinking, oh, he stops too. He stops. So no, he didn't do this in a sort of associated. You can associate with like a scrub type mentality, which really it's not. But he clearly sees the vanish. He has not done 2H. He does 2H because of the vanish. So to me, if you say like SonicFox's defense isn't good, that to me is a defensive move, because he could have committed to a 2H and hit him while he was in the air, or at least tried to. But when this happens, he's not stopping the vanish. He can't stop himself from vanishing after he does it. It's reactable. That's a really good 2H by SonicFox. Reaction. Day one tactics. Chris G hit me with the day one Twitter tech. Because I was talking about the medium kick into the V-skill kick with the Kuma. And then you demon or do the V-skill kick if they hold up. And then Chris G, for some reason, hit me back up on Twitter. It's like, yeah, it's day one tech. I'm like, shut up. Those like, that's typically something that I don't respond to on Twitter, or I make fun of it. I was like, what? Thanks, Chris. Thanks for the input. Yeah, that's day one tech. Sure. Yeah, look at that. Goichi is not always doing the 4M into 4M. This is pretty good. This string here, I think he already uses. Okay, he already used his low attack M. He already used the 2M. So that might, if SonicFox is even considering doing this, this might give SonicFox the reason to reflect after this, because he's already used his 2M. But we know that his 6H also hits low. So if SonicFox attempts to reflect at this moment, it'll cause him to stand up and he'll get hit low by this. That's really cute. That's really cute of Go1 to do that just in the middle of the strings. Oh no. Look the other way. He's got 4 bars. He should be able to close it out with this. What does he do? Oh, really? Oh, Vegeta assist. I'm surprised he didn't just go into level 3, but whatever. You know what I do like about this game? He could have went to level 3 and just closed it out. But it shows how confident you feel in the moment if you do a more complicated combo. Even though it's not really following like the ease of use type of thing. But, oh, he talked over to somebody. Is that Dogura behind him? With the green kicks? Or is that a cameraman? Yikes. That was a good angle. That was a good Kurt angle. You see that? I think I will upload this analysis to YouTube but not monetize it and see what happens. Let's see what happens. My monitor turned off for some reason. Maybe that's a sign. Speaking of looking the wrong way, SonicFox's self-destruct on adult Gohan. I think it was a bad idea, but then I re-looked at it, and it was a good idea because of the comparison of how their life currently was. Maybe it's this match. I don't think so. I feel like they're at a different stage. But at first when I saw it, I'm like, I don't know about that. And it's because of my initial reactions. Like, everyone's excited, so it's probably wrong. But I think it was a good choice. But it was still risky. And the risk didn't pay off. That was in finals? Are you sure? Was it grand finals? Maybe it was. I think you're right. Okay. Yeah, if I remember correctly, Go1 had a high health Gohan. Maybe, I don't think full health, but really high health. 16 was already low on health. But the problem that I have with it, was looking back, if he just punished it, like a standard punish, and then if he Z changed into somebody else, that may have been a safer approach. But it was exciting to do, and it's like, you barely have a reason to do that move, right? So when you find the reason, it's exciting to want to do it, and you know, it happened, and it was cool. 85%, 16 had about 10%, according to VG Craze. That sounds about right. But we should also look at how much recoverable health he had. Adult Gohan probably would have lived through the combo into Z change. Yeah, it's another case of hindsight 2020. Because maybe Gohan would have lived, but he would have been in the corner and one combo away from dying, and Android 16 could have recovered health. But yeah, hindsight 2020. He also did it at 3 bars, which also left him with no bars. Yeah, and that's Skullmageddon has a good point too. The sparking blast that he did was a bit rushed. Probably should have jumped away and then sparking blast. But that's what SonicFox does sometimes. He commits to something that could be wildly unsafe. But it was also, it's kind of obvious. Go1 did something. Go1 did EX rolling death cradle, or whatever that move was called. He did that and called an assist. That was the first thing that he did. So even if SonicFox didn't do sparking blast, Go1 had an offense. He had a layered offense. IAD, block string, 16. Was that a high or low open up? That was a regular jump, right? Empty jump, IAD, M. Oh, wow, that is low. Shorty got low. Get low. Get low. Hello. If you can guarantee Gohan's adult kill, I would go with that option, even if it costs a lot of resources. He also would have built more bar by hitting him. I found the Goichi versus Dogura match more exciting skill-wise. Hello. Maybe we'll look into it. Man, that Vegeta assist sure does suck. That character, not so good. I should make a hat. SonicFox updated his Twitter. He said, update. Vegeta is okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beat. And now, will you please welcome recording artist
I should make a should make a hat. Because he did. You can consider that costing over 3 bars, but still worth. The finalist of Flash. Yep. This song is old. I made a combo video to Gen. I had to point the camera from the carpet to the CRT TV. Those were good times. To H. But since 16. Notice Goku Black is gonna recover some health. Goichi could have punished this if you used my patented option select. You block low for a few frames and you jump away in a super dash. Maybe I can show you what I'm talking about. 6-3, man. You gonna speak in my language, huh? You gonna call yourself a god? I don't think it was a mistake for SonicFox to call him out. I don't think it was a mistake to display that much confidence. I think that's how you should be when you're him. Hindsight 2020, I guess, but if it weren't for that, we wouldn't have this, and this was amazing. Oh, it missed! Wow! Gohan narrowly escapes, and SonicFox consumes 3 bars. He's also in Sparking Blast. I'm skeptical if he has enough meter to close this out. Having an alive, is he gonna snap him in? No, hard knockdown. Hard knockdown. He's gotta kill the character that sucks. Didn't Goichi call him out first, though? That's a good point. I think you're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Goichi hit him with the old bait and switch. Wow, that was a good break. In this current moment, I think Goichi is at advantage. Not now, but right now, when 16 is on cooldown. This is a 1 versus 1 match, and Goichi has more meter and Sparking Blast. I think right now, Goichi has advantage. The only thing that gives SonicFox an edge in these moments is having the 16 assists. Oh! What? He backdashed away. Whoa, 2H? I remember watching this with my friends, and my friend wanted Goichi to win. He was clearly biased, but when SonicFox did stuff like that, he was still getting excited. Like, I see you, SonicFox! Let's go. It's hard to not get excited for people that you are against in some ways, but when somebody makes an impressive play in this game, you can't take it away from them. And I love that about this game. But before we get into this match, I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so you got this auto combo. If you mash it, the throw won't happen, so you have to delay it a little bit. So the other option that Android 16 has is the low 2M, which is kind of slow, but it's sufficient enough because it keeps them in blocks on the whole time. So what you want to do is be able to block at the timing where this auto combo, where this 2M would hit you. So I block low, and then I do jump up and super dash right here. See what I'm doing? So if he does do this, I'll jump up and super dash. All right, look at that. Now there are some responses that your opponent can do to this, but this is a good starting point. It's not a cure-all. It doesn't answer everything. Now some people suggested I think the grab, right? This also works here. If you do it correctly, it will punish it. There was something else that did beat it, but I don't remember what it was. Obviously, if they do like a delayed attack, if they do something like that, and then you jump into it and super dash. Yeah. That's one solution to that. But it's helping establish the options there, and that can potentially punish. I might be drastic, but I think Japan getting first blood in this game is a big blow to the American MCC. We have no excuse for not winning the first major. It's like getting silver in football. It's like, oh yeah. I agree with that perception, with that viewpoint, but I think there are counter arguments against it, because SonicFox plays Skullgirls. As far as I know, I guess he played Melty Blood too, I've heard. But if you compare that to Go1's track records, it's nothing but it's a fart in the wind. By no means do I mean to discredit SonicFox, but who's really playing Skullgirls? Him, Killsage, and Ken in Black. They're good players, but they're not Japanese level of historic Japanese levels of anime. And Go1 is the best when it comes to that, if I'm not mistaken. So I was on the fence. I've been saying that I want everybody to get their clock cleaned in this game, but I kind of wanted SonicFox to win the tournament for the wrong reasons. And I wanted him to win. I don't think there was a win-win in terms of what I wanted to happen. But I wanted SonicFox to win so that people don't drop this game because of what used to happen. Like, we can't beat Japan, so let's play something else that we can win against, that we can beat them at. So I was hoping if SonicFox wins, that maybe it would encourage more people to play, which is like that's the idea. But hopefully that doesn't matter, and people will play it because they enjoy the game. I think all it really takes is to have a circuit for this game that rivals Capcom Cup, or I don't know. I see nothing but good things happening this year for all fighting games, including the ones that you may or may not like. Whether it's this game you don't like or love, or 5 that you don't like or love. Soul Calibur is on the way. This game, there's got to be a circuit for it. I'm not the person for inside info, but they would be crazy to not do it. I hear like rumors and whatnot. Let's see. I think the rumor that is good to share, which holds weight, is that they were looking to see how this game would do first, and then decide from there if they're gonna have a circuit. And if that is true, nice. If that is true, then we would undoubtedly see one, because this game is doing fantastic in terms of sales. Remember what we talked about earlier about jumping at hit if he does the stance, and he can't track you if you jump forward? That's exactly what Go1 done did. Look at this. He's doing the stance. Go1 jumps forward, and that whips. Yeah! Punish! That was a sick Street Fighter jump if I ever seen it. If I ever seen it. SonicFox might drop hit. And then we can, how do you say, confirmation bias? Because I was correct about that. I think he won't drop him though, for like lore reasons, because he likes the character. And he can beat you with any character. The big thing against the circuit is the licensing issues in play. Maybe you don't need one, like an official circuit. Smash didn't need one, And I think this game can pull the numbers to not need one, like corporate, and maybe both. Both isn't out of the question either. I mean, I'm not that interested in talking numbers, as it may turn like into toxic conversation and, you know, whatever about that sort of thing. But the numbers, the viewership numbers for this game compared to Street Fighter V, which was like a cup circuit oriented style of tournament. I don't know which one had more, but they were comparable. I remember seeing around 50 to 60,000 for both of them. And there's some variables that would skew those results, as this is like the first DBFZ tournament. There was like a prize fight, I guess you could say. Yeah. Street Fighter V was interesting too. 50K, yeah. And maybe the game will die down. Maybe there'll be some changes for the game. I still think it should breathe for a little bit. Give it a couple more months before introducing new things. I do think the reflect mechanic isn't being utilized, and sometimes it's being utilized for not being utilized for correct reasons too. So I don't want to overshadow that either. But I think it's being never used too. But it goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. Go1 is confident in his defense, where he doesn't feel like he needs to risk it. I want to use it because of third strike. I heard there was a lot of money. I didn't hear it. Like Arturo was talking about money matches in whatever hotel room they were at for for Street Fighter V. SonicFox, huh? SonicFox, huh? So we talked about just earlier how this sort of vanish does not have advantage. See how high he is? He's lucky that it hit him. I think if Go1 crouched this, it would have whiffed, and then he could have punished. But I think both players are aware of the situation. This vanish does not have advantage. Therefore, Go1 tried to take his turn and maybe even punish this. I think it's possible to punish this in some scenarios. But that's why he did his 5L. Wow, it looks like SonicFox recovered just in time. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was +5 in the situation. And then that last frame, he was able to do the super. I think that's exactly what happened. I don't know. It's hard to duplicate that. But that's why I had level 3 hit. What did he do after that jab? He recovered from the jab. He recovered from that jab. That was an auto combo. He did 5LL. I'm guessing this is the second L of the auto combo for Cell. Yeah, it is. I'm pretty sure. One more time for your mind. I got that from Will Smith. Will Smith, there was an episode of Fresh Prince where they had like the studio audience involved, where like Will Smith came out and started doing his thing with the old rap thing, and the MC was like, lose your mind, and then Will Smith came out and started rapping. So that's sort of the era where that phrase came from. One more time for your mind. But Will Smith has been doing like rap videos on Instagram. He's been going in lately on social media. Whoa! Jump M. They might nerf anything that looks oppressive. Maybe we can use trends from how Bandai or how Arxis treats Guilty Gear. I don't know the consensus about the Guilty Gear patch. I don't know what is a fair opinion either. Like, if Ryan Hunter was in the chat, I'd like to ask him what he thought about the Guilty Gear patch notes, and if we can translate that over to how they might approach this game. I love this beat. There's cross-up protection on snapbacks now. Yeah, we can use like footprints, like clues on how they want the game to be played and how they might balance it in the future. Because they already are not big fans of, like your character dies and then they respawn in the corner. It resets just like that. So it shows that they don't want the game to be overly oppressive, like unfair, never your turn. I do like that approach to reset it, even though you killed the character and that's where your reward ends. That's a good reward. So overdoing it is not where this game is wanting to go. So if you snap somebody in, you already get reward from perhaps their position in their health. If they have no health left over, if they have recoverable health, you snap them in, you reduce that health, there's your reward. You maintain your corner position. And they can't call their assist for a certain amount of time. So if you put that on top of having an unseeable assist, or unseeable mix-up, then it becomes maybe not fun. Is probably the long and short of it. Chip got neutered? Damn. It's not like adult Gohan is absolutely broken. It just feels a little cheap. Yeah, he does what he does in the game really well. What most characters want to do in this game really well. I don't know. Let's take a look at what's going on in this particular situation when Gohan is up front. I want more coffee. Yeah, 3M is cheap. 3M or 3H? Rewatched that last match. Yeah, it was yippity yapping quite a bit. Wow, this is already... Man, this has been an hour already? Time is flying. Alright, let's see what we got. Was this the last match, or was it when he went to 8? Yeah, that was the last match before they changed. So, yeah, I don't mind. I came here for the anti-adult Gohan tick. We'll see what we can cook up. Ah, he caught him in the air. The air-to-air is what generated block stun there, and he got the hit. Wow. Okay, so he jumps, SonicFox backdashes, and then he God Slicers as he's... Oh! Yeah, I think he anticipated him being on the ground when this happened, but either way, it's fine. This is a double jump from Goichi, so he can't... He's committed to this action. Super Dash, I think, would be the only option, but I think he's too low to reasonably do it. I think if he Super Dashes now, it's a guess, and he could potentially get hit by the physical part of the God Slicer. So he has to block, is what I'm getting at. Yeah, I think at this angle, Super Dashing is a bad idea in terms of verifying if it's good or not. And we know that the Japanese philosophy, you're inclined to block. So he gets hit by God Slicer. SonicFox calls the assist. This is excellent neutral by SonicFox, by the way. This is really, really intelligent. So that's what puts him in block stun. So now, this is how SonicFox achieved this position while he's at disadvantage. I want a different color for my board. I think I'm gonna go with red. Alright, maybe a little bit thicker. I gotta make it thicker. Thick. That's thick. Alright. So that's what allows him to get to this position. He dashes up, and then, oh, okay. He doesn't want to have too much advantage. He's trying to hit this. Exactly what Goichi is doing is exactly what SonicFox wanted to counter, but he mistimed it. He probably should have used a 5L, something faster, if that was his intention. But yeah, that's it. SonicFox got the hit. I mean, he got the superior positioning due to Goichi's jump. The answer is Goichi hit 2L. Oh, okay. This is not as bad. This could have been a lot worse. Goichi drops the combo. SonicFox immediately dive kicks out of the corner. I think Goichi could have super dashed and punished this if he saw it in time, but that's not where his focus is. You have to keep in mind he just dropped a combo, so his mind is anticipating something else totally. He's thinking about hitting this combo and then something else, so he has to recalibrate where his mind is at. He also doesn't have any assists available, so right here he's already stuck with this jump M. He's already stuck here, so he has to recalibrate in the moment. And something that he's not already busy doing. His mind is already preoccupied with the combo and what he's going to do next. Oh, and he hit H there too. Or something. So SonicFox escapes after that exchange. He hits S. S again. I feel like his S sucks. Could be wrong though. Dive kick. The assist misses. Oh, he actually didn't have advantage there. But it's hard to see it. So Goichi probably... Oh, he did have advantage because he blocked it in the air. And we know that when you block something in the air, you are in a longer state of blocking on the ground. So SonicFox probably had Probably had advantage there. Very likely. Goichi's reasoning may have been seeing the assist and not being sure if it hit or not. I don't think it did. No. So he's blocking in either case. Yep. Yep. Wow. Wow. The defense. The defense of Goichi. Backdash, dive kick, assist call, block, 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 break the Dragon Rush. Goichi is... he is a man. That is some manly defense. Oh, but how did he get opened up? Let's look at these situations after, post this Dragon Rush. I'm going to analyze the shit out of it. Okay, so that gets broken. He immediately S's. That does hit him. That does hit him. That's it. That's interesting in itself. But nothing happens. So this is reset. This is neutral. This is totally neutral. Similar situation to the beginning of the round. Goichi calls the Vegeta assist. SonicFox was a Ki Blast. Vanishes behind it. That's very strange. Yeah, that's a very strange play. I would say a misplay. Also, SonicFox has no meter. Yeah, I don't know about that one. But oh, Goichi misses his 2H and he calls the Cell assist immediately. Oh, okay. That's a sneaky way to get 16 in and put Goku Black in the 3rd position. Nice. That's one way to do it. Dragon Punchu, and he had assist behind that too, or he could have called an assist. Yikes! Oh, he got hit by the 5L. The low attack, by the way. By the way, for some reason, it's a low attack. By the way. Yeah, I'm gonna overanalyze the shit out of this match. He's blocking. He's getting his health back, and he gets opened up. SonicFox knows when to Dragon Rush here. He could have done it. Right here, he could have Dragon Rush to hit. Not Dragon Rush, but Z change. It would have ignored the Vegeta assist and punished Gohan, gave him some breathing room. But he didn't do it. I'm not sure what he did. Maybe we can find out. He got hit by the Vegeta assist. Was he holding up back? Maybe? That's all I can think of. Alright, back to this. Whoa! You got some breathing room. It's not bad. The real issue here is now SonicFox doesn't have Sparking Blast. But he was able to keep his team together at least by using it. Or giving his team a higher chance of surviving. Wow, 5L on the way down from Goichi? That I don't expect. Goichi is sick. This again? Oh yeah, we talked about this earlier. I was like, the same thing happened twice? This is the same match. Level 3. Nothing but blue health though. Nothing but blue health dough. A baby deer. Is that what a baby deer is called, or is it when there's more deer? Isn't the plural form of deer deer? More health dough. Or is that cows? I don't know. Man, this corner. How did he get there? How did Hit get hit? Once again. Once again. Really? It was a Ki Blast in the Vanish? That's what did the job? Jump back. Oh, no. That was a jump back into the... Yeah. Ki Blast. Oh, okay. So let's talk about the reason why he did this Ki Blast. He sees Hit. He sees at this moment that Hit... First of all, he's backing off. Him jumping away has nothing to do with anything. He's creating space to see what's... He's evaluating the situation as Hit. And maybe he's looking for Hit to do the stance and he'll jump over it. But he's switching gears. He notices the backdash. Well, maybe he doesn't know. He doesn't see his backdash. He jumps away to create space. He allows him the opportunity to hang himself. And that's exactly what happens here. He throws the Ki Blast upon seeing him dash. The Ki Blast connects, and then he goes into Vanish. That is how Hit got hit. Yeah, and Hit, this is crazy. If you think about it, Hit does not have access to Goku Black. He cannot call Goku Black, or even 16 until now. But he needs Goku Black to put that projectile on the screen to create that space for him. Otherwise, he kind of has to do this to get close to him. I think hits neutral is it's difficult. He's got to hit H. He's got to hit H or vanish or something. But that's how he got hit. To aim. And that's why he's in the corner. Wow, the cell assist kind of clips him. Not a clean conversion. Yep. Yeah. I would argue because SonicFox did not have his Goku Black assist, it allowed him to hang himself in the neutral. What's a reindeer then? A buck? Female cows are sows? Doe is a female D. It's a what? Really? Reindeer is closer to the elk family. Thanks, bros. Oh, what'd I miss? What I was talking about? Talking about reindeers, we gotta go back to when Hit died. He died. Okay, okay. Same thing we saw earlier. Wow, that didn't hit. That was, well, would it have hit? So, we know that Cell has no advantage here. It's Goku Black's turn. But I'm curious, Gohan missed. But if he swung into it, would Gohan have hit? Sort of like Android 18's assist. It's a good dive kick. SonicFox is a fan of using that dive kick to escape the corner. But if it hits, it's good too. You know what I think is possible? I think in this moment here would be a good time to reflect. Because we know that you can react to the startup of a beam. So if you see H and then they beam, you can reflect. You can reflect the beam. And then if they vanish, you can also reflect that vanish while you're reflecting the beam. And maybe even punish it. But the other question is it worth it? Maybe not. Oh, he did a late IAD that time. I felt like he waited a little bit longer than usual to dash over. And I think that's better. Huh, maybe not. Also, if Goichi was standing up, I think he would have blocked it the right way. I don't think he could have crossed up there. Or crossed over, I should say. Reindeer are just a kind of deer. We're here talking about fighting games, so it's important you know your deer terminology. I do hold terminology dear to my heart. I've been looking up like words. I remember in elementary school how like that was a weekly lesson to learn new words. I'm going back to that. Been looking at websites to look up words that are related to each other. So if I type in something like laboratory and academy, it'll give me words like synthetic or aperture, and those words are valuable. It's dear to your heart. That's right. I missed it. Hold on. These deer are distracting. Man, it's so annoying when you're driving and there's a deer and it can't decide whether you're gonna hit it or not, and it's like looking at you. You slam on the brakes. Okay, my bad, my bad. Deers are annoying. Those mystical beasts. Goichi. Goichi's adult Gohan neutral is you doing things to him and him waiting for the right moment to call his assist. He knows Gohan's neutral isn't impressive. It's almost like the same way it's almost like the same way we saw Hit lose earlier. It's because he needed the Goku Black assist. But wow, DP at the beginning. That's a SonicFox specific choice there. Because SonicFox will do the grab, air grab, H, but he plays offensively. But notice how the Vegeta assist not only covers him from doing the DP, it hits him. Possibly he could have converted off of that if he was a little more cognizant of the situation. 1S. They're both kind of waiting on their assist and the right time to call them. Wow, the Vegeta assist. That's it, man. That sorry ass character got him to the corner. This is all because of the Vegeta assist. So this situation right here, this is where SonicFox gets hit by the Vegeta assist. The way he calls it. Dashes backwards. Does he dash forward? He jumps forward. This is it. And then he He jumps back. When you jump back, you're out of resources in the air. So he had to accept this. He could have super dashed, and then if he super dashes, he could have got 2H'd. Low attack. That's why he's there. This is why he's in this position. Oh, notice a staggered hit too. This is so smart by Go1. When you call your assist and hit somebody, it does not cool down. Pay close attention to this meter here. Notice how it's not going up. It's not going up while he's hitting him. How long does he wait until he staggers? He has to stagger a hit in this moment for his assist to start getting off cooldown. So he has to do that in somewhere in between these hits. See, it's still not going off a cooldown until he staggers something, and then you'll see it start to recover. So there's a 2M, 5M, H. So he must have staggered between the 2M and the 5M, which could have been an escape route for SonicFox, because he did a low attack and then he can reflect after this. He could have reflected there, I think, or he staggered the H. Either way, he could have reflected. But that's why Vegeta is now recovering sooner. Venison is delicious. Yeah. It's okay. I like lamb. I heard lamb is like the worst meat in terms of like nutrition, but it's delicious. Every time I order a gyro from any place that sells gyro, I go through like every way that I think you can pronounce it. Can I get a gyro? 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 Hero? Whichever one applies to you. I think gyro is correct. Veal is good too. I used to look forward to the whack lunch meat at elementary school. It's like, oh, we got veal today? I'm in there. Even like the military chow hall veal, I was down with it. So how did he lose to suck ass Vegeta? Vegeta assist, dive kick. Yep. Oh, wow. Wow, that was clean. That was a clean 3H. Wow. Wow. Did SonicFox even double jump before this? No. Oh, he committed to a button so he couldn't jump. But he wouldn't jump in anticipation of this. That is a clean 3H. Man, it's like he just freshly shaved. He woke up, shaved every part of his face, and it hit 3H. Oh, taste of his own medicine. Wow, he dashed up at him after this. Hard knockdown. He dashes up. He waits. Not really. IDs. Kablam. Why did it hit him? I don't think Go1 confirmed this, to be honest with you. I think he was doing it anyways. But I mean, it's sick, right? It's still sick either way. Oh, I think SonicFox did a 2H, maybe? It looked like God Slicer, the beginning of God Slicer. I don't know. I don't have a good answer for this. You gotta counter it. And you know, that was an aerial. Go1 looks a little bit unsure of that, but I'm sure he's happy to hit. This Sparking Blast, we talked about this a few episodes ago. If you Sparking Blast in the air, the opponent who blocks it on the ground will have advantage. So he actually put himself in like a minor amount of risk by doing that. But he also, you know, it's a game-winning decision, so. Yeah, what an anti-air. Yikes was like, God damn, really?
Wow! With the down forward heavy though.
Steven!
With that down forward heavy. Down forward heavy.
That was sick.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Yo.
Steve. You sound like Carl Winslow whenever Steve Urkel did something, you know, hazardous. Steve! ATP Carl.
Okay, I didn't want to admit this to myself. I really didn't. I tried so hard to be a little biased, be the hero, you know, really support SonicFox. But goddamn, that down forward heavy made me an instant fan. Oh, you jumping?
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. pretty good. Steve. I kind of miss those days. Going back home and watching Family Matters, Fresh Prince, Martin. Even like the lower tier shows like Hanging with Mr. Cooper. I also like King of Queens. Those are my jam. Speaking of jams. Look at all that Kool-Aid. Wow! It punished the reflect. I mean, it was a whiff reflect, so yeah. But SonicFox didn't do it the correct way. I mean, he did it. He did it for a reason, but a better way to have done this, in my opinion. I mean, hindsight 2020. But Goichi is actually waiting. Oh, he did a delay wake up too. Delay wake up for the legs. The legs whiff. He tried to reflect the legs. That's why he got into trouble. I don't know if this is like pre-planned out from Goichi, but that's a really cool setup. If it does, I mean, it worked out for him in any case. But what I would have suggested before seeing that, I would have suggested waiting for this to whiff, and then you see Vegeta, and then reflect this, and you got to reflect it twice. And then you would have got a logical reflect, but it's not over. You reflect, but you just nullify the Vegeta assist. The real issue, what should be discussed here, is not the situation, but how he got hit in the first place. So this is really the explanation for what happened before. And even before this, I would argue. Vegeta assist. Oh, wow. That's it. That's it. Vegeta assist causes him to play defensively. Or he's doing that anyways. Vegeta assist causes him to be defensive after a defensive move. And then he jumps and he tries to IAD to bypass this offense from Goichi. But his IAD doesn't hit. It whiffs. Goichi hits 5L. It doesn't punish. Didn't really need it. I mean, it's better if it does, right? I think potentially this could punish. But either way, that's what initiates this phase here, where Goichi has the hit advantage, or the my turn basically. And then from there, this is where the party starts. The 2H legs, cell assist, and right here, this is where the money happens. Dash up, Dragon Rouge. And now he's in the corner. That's a cool setup. And he did it again. Yep. Is reflect even useful? I think so. I think it's more useful. It's hard to argue that people aren't there yet. I think some Japanese players know how to use reflect in a good way, in an informed way. But it's not something you can use blind. If you're using reflect and you're not intentional about it, it does suck. But if you're intentional about it, then there are some escape routes you can use with it. I think it's fine. I think it's a good mechanic. But in this high stakes type of situation, Goichi, again, his defense is good enough where he's not really inclined to bother with it. But that's not to say that he couldn't make use of it or SonicFox couldn't make use of it. And it's even more discouraging when you do try it and then it doesn't work out. You're like, oh, okay, fine. Won't do it anymore. EX. Oh, wow, he didn't do an empty thing. Well, he did an empty thing. He did an empty thing and then he landed with L, but SonicFox still blocked it. So, Go1 can choose to do L's on the way up, or on the way down from being up. He actually did do it. He actually did a 5L on the way down. Maybe he mistimed it. Maybe it was intentional. But this is a key. This is a key to unlocking further offense when your assists are on cooldown, such as Goichi's. Goes for a high-low. Like Price is Right. High or low? You know SonicFox is that contestant on Price is Right. He'll intentionally put himself last and then bet $1 from the last person. That's who SonicFox is. It's a good strategy. I like $100 in one, Bob. He'd be like, yo, my showcase showdown strategies are so sick. Showcase Showdown. Not this time. A little bit late on the Super Dash, but that's fine. This is looking grim. Even though SonicFox still has Sparking Blast, the character who's incoming does not have very much health. So you're almost inclined to want to use your Sparking Blast right now. Right meow. And he forces the hard knockdown with the level 3 with the suck-ass character. There's the Sparking Blast. I think Go1 is aware of it, but he doesn't care if he uses it. He's probably encouraging the use of it. I mean, he's forcing it out by doing that. But now he can wait. And Vegeta, defensive Vegeta. Oh, wow. Defensive Vegeta is probably really good. Because we know that if you Super Dash while he's in the air, he can DP you. So that could have been the intention behind putting in Vegeta. Intentionally putting in Vegeta rather than Gohan. He can absolutely put in Gohan in this position. So he might be considering the Sparking Blast defense by putting in Vegeta, and he probably prefers it. He's backdashes. He's probably looking for Super Dash. Key Blast. If you Key Blast, if you Super Dash through that Key Blast, he can cancel it into the DP. The cancel window, it feels like it's in intervals, but look at it. He's just waiting. He's waiting so much that SonicFox is like, alright, I gotta do this thing that's unsafe, which I got punished for earlier. He waits. He does the same thing. This is encouraging SonicFox to go into the invulnerable stance and try to punish it with this. Now Go1 jumps over. SonicFox commits to it, and then he gets a clean hit. Now, if SonicFox does not do this, I wanna point out the sequence of events here. If SonicFox does not do this, Go1 still has the opportunity to jump back. I think he reacted to the stance and then jumped forward. But even if the case was that SonicFox did nothing, he could jump away again and further consume the time away from the Sparking Blast. But he's doing his Key Blast totally to bait this, or a Super Dash. He jumps forward. At this point now, Go1 is like, okay, this is easy. This is free. SonicFox can do nothing. Maybe he can call an assist, but it's clever. Very clever neutral by Go1. The way he set that up. Vegeta is okay. It's a good game. That's a good game. How did he get hit in the corner? I mean, if you know the results, you know there's not a whole lot of matches left over, so I don't mind going in each of these decisions in detail. Because this is really, really cool stuff. Wow. I almost did the Japanese response to wow. He blocked there. Wow. He walked forward. Oh my gosh. Wow. I mean, he got a hit on a Gohan at least. You think it was random? You think it was a read on the stance or reaction? Both. It's both. He's setting up the read. It's something that's incredibly difficult and really fun and rewarding to do in fighting games. Setting your opponent up for failure. And you do something that's otherwise unreactable. But when you set them up to do it, and you can react to the portions that are reactable, because you set it up, it's easier to identify, and you fell for the trap. He activated his trap card. His Vegeta sucks trap card. that's a real trap card right there. Oh boy. Truthfully, I think the Vegeta assist is what killed SonicFox. Or I should say Go1's use of the Vegeta assist. No! Did you see that? Even more so, Go1 had a clean hit there. That was a punish, but he still waits. He takes no risks. He sees the stance. He sees it. By now, he knows what's happening. But he's blocking, and he's waiting, and he calls the Vegeta assist to further verify what's happening. Right here, SonicFox has to Dragon Rush or reflect this. I think he should have reflected this. This would have been a good scenario, in my opinion, to reflect this twice. Because that's seeable, but there's so many other things going on. Dragon Ball Fighters. It's reactable, but are you ready? I kind of want to look into that situation a little more. In fact, I'm going to write it down. And don't forget, you can write comments on the AM Thinking Cup notes and suggest whatever questions you might have. Bada bing, bada boom. It's available to everybody. That'll also help me with like the workload too. Gohan, EX, legs. Post. That's a hunger hiccup. Okay. Let's go back once more to the top. I want to see how hard it is to block the high or low. It's probably going to be the same thing as we saw with Kid Buu, where you can block high initially, then block low. But we'll see. Ha! My overhead does nothing. Parry? Okay, it's not a bad start. This is good. This is a good display that SonicFox is not yet mentally defeated. Wow, the level 1 Sparking Blast. It's like he's bringing back old memories of losing to Chris G in the winner side of Winter Brawl. That also shows how confident Goichi is in dealing with Sparking Blast. Dealing with SonicFox's Sparking Blast. Level 3. Notice how much meter he had when he did that? He still has 4 bars left over, so he had to have 7. Yep, this is totally fine. He's totally fine with this. Oh! And for the low hit assist. Oh, okay. SonicFox gets a good hit. He's gotta, like, this is maybe neutralizing if he makes good use of the Sparking, gets a oh my gosh, that was crucial. This is a critical error from SonicFox. The 2M whiffs. Why does the 2M whiff? Is this combo something out of the ordinary? It starts with a jump L. Yeah, this is it. This is a big deal for SonicFox to not lose this first to 10. I think he needed to do 2M immediately. Why didn't that hit? Huh. Maybe he did it too late. Maybe the hit stun deterioration was too high. But in any case, wow, his sparking is over now. You can see the profile blinking. He's got a stance off. Goichi is in a better position in terms of team. Oh, it didn't even kill. That's bad. As if I needed to. What? That was a combination of many reactions. I was like, what? Wow, Goichi is in savagery mode. He knows there's a big gap between these options here. And he also knows that SonicFox is desperate to stay in this. So SonicFox needs a big play like a 2M. So that's a down L. No big deal. And then he does 2M. If SonicFox delayed a 5M, he would have counter hit it, but this is not what Goichi has been doing the whole time. He has not been trying to interrupt like that. If memory serves me correct, that's the first time he tried to hit a button during that whole phase, and he hit a big button. He did 2M. He did a slide. It's crazy. Oh my gosh! Wow! He paid Dolly for that. Look, it's green. His health bar is green. Oh, I guess it's a shade of green. Oh my good googly moogly. Caravan just in time. Get the guy with the hat. Like some Cowboy Bebop. We can listen to Yipes. Is this where he was talking about the beverage? The beverage drink?
The overhead this time, though. Are you serious?
So I don't know what he was doing.
No, SonicFox usually have to overheat their standing up. So he's probably trying to check him. He probably thought that it was going to hit.
Oh.
Goddamn damage. Barely leave
Oh my God! Oh my
You
God.
gonna eat all the two? You gonna eat all
Bro,
the
did you
crackers,
see all? You saw all the Kool-Aid on his health, bro?
bro?
Oh my God.
Bro.
Yo, I'm calling it.
That wasn't G-O-D. That was G-A-W-D. God. That was Hook Gang. Oh my God. That's it, man. But this is something that I want to really be emphatic about in the way that I talk about it, right? What people want to look at is this, where the health was generated from, but what they don't, or where the health, where he lost the health, but they don't look at why, or most often they don't look at why, and that's what's important here. It's the psychology of SonicFox needs a big play. He needs to hit something that hits heavy because he's so far behind, and he's probably frustrated because this level 3 didn't kill him, and he has no more meter. There's no meter left. IAD. That's how he sets this up. That's fine. 2M. Right here. This is where SonicFox lost the set. He hasn't lost the set yet, but he's getting further and further behind. And then this, you can guarantee SonicFox did not get hit. He didn't anticipate getting hit this hard in response. That's crazy. What up, Foxy Grandpa? I gotta give you a sword, aka Leap Hunter 420. I want to look at those matches. Maybe tomorrow we'll do some clickbait videos, and we'll look at the matches you had on Yoga Flame. He reflected on Wake Up too. I think SonicFox is defeated at this point. Not only because he's so far behind, but that's pretty much it. He made that mistake earlier. SonicFox is not blocked on Wake Up. In the past, oh man, yeah, he's just trying stuff. He's just trying to throw it at the wall, see what sticks. It's crazy. It's crazy. You. Okay. Damn, I gotta find the file. Hold on. Let me search my documents. Where? Okay. I need to have this on deck for next time. Is it here? Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, shucks. I'm not going to be able to find it in time. Anyways, this gentleman here. I wanted a slow-mo on... Oh, no! Where's the end? I wanted a slow-mo on a certain gentleman that you can see in the background. Look at this cameraman cheesing, too. Not this guy, but... this, I think this individual right here. No. This young man, look at him. Somebody just won some big money. You know he betted on Goichi. This man is a fan of Melty Blood. He loves Koihime Enbu. He loves him some Skullgirls, and he is a big fan of Goichi. I think he won, we'll say in the 3-digit range. You can tell, and you can tell this fine young man did not make any money off of that match. He did not. That was a good set. Alright, I missed quite a bit in the chat. And I don't think I did a good job of taking too many notes. I was more focused on talking about the match, but let's see what we got. And I might just do this today and leave some other stuff for later. Like I'll probably do top 8 of Street Fighter V as well. So we don't have a whole lot, but we talked about a whole lot. And I think I'll upload that to YouTube, but no monetization. So unless there's anything like comments, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to add comments. I think this button here. Yeah. So if you have any questions in the chat, you can write them as a comment in this area, and we can go over it.